When I walk through a jam, no one knows who I am. Put your head on my chest, and I'm Mr. Success.
Mr. Success.
Never close.
Ms. Success. Are you out there this morning?
All at once I'm
Good morning. Welcome to the Inevitable Radio Show. I'm your host, William Sumner. God, I can't tell you, I'm fired up. I'm just high. I am so happy when you make these changes that you can go from a job loss and abject pain and feeling like the biggest loser on the planet to being successful and powerful and feeling great about yourself. And you can realize it's a strategy. It is not a given. You are not a loser. You have losing strategies. Change your strategies. Change your life. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. So we're in the midst of the 9 verbs. We've talked about see. We've talked about hear. If you need all full 9, go to my website. Now, the 5th verb is think. Think. I think. How many times have you said, oh, I think this is the answer, or I think this is the problem, or this is what I'm thinking about that? Thinking is not a given. You have the ability to change easily, effortlessly, what you think and how you think. And again, in the constellation of how you create reality today, or how you can change and create reality differently tomorrow, what you think, sit down with a pen and a paper, look at a problem that you've had, and on one side, think of the most predominant, consistent thoughts that you had. I thought it would never go away. I thought I couldn't fix it. I thought that I wasn't the man or the woman that was the right person to have great success for myself, or to have something incredible on the other side of this. I thought. And then somewhere in the course of life, as it happens, even in the worst of times, you get through them. You find something happening on what is taking place. And then if you shift your language, well, I got through that, but I'm waiting for the next disaster will come. It'll happen, because that's your thought pattern. If you change your thought pattern, you'll discover that you have incredible powers and you can create what you think. It is not mandatory that you see the problem, that you see the pain, that you see the disaster getting bigger, getting stronger. It is not mandatory that you think you're not the one to solve it. You are. You can. You will. You choose it by thinking different thoughts. The 6th verb, and this is a critical verb, believe. I believe. Now, the power of a belief is this. If you believe something to be true, it is virtually 100% the same as if it were true. So many of the things that you record as facts and truths in your life, well, Bill, I can't because I never have before. Or, well, Bill, this is the truth. I am not attractive, or I am not healthy, or I am not smart, or I am not lucky, or I am not that guy. I'm not that woman that can use these tools, that can create this incredible success for myself. I am not. I believe it. I believe it. And here's how the belief happens. Because you look in the history of your life, and every time you tried to succeed, you didn't. But here's the challenge, and here's the truth. As you review your life's play, and you are the director, you're the producer, you wrote the script, you chose what you said at every critical scene where the monster won and the villain beat you and you slunk away. At every point you wrote that script, And you will look at that script, and for most people in this 90%, if you look back in time, you might have started off early in life full of confidence and full of hope and full of, well, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to challenge the monster. I'm going to win. I'm going to beat what's going on, or I'm going to create the marriage that I want, or I'm going to have the career. But over time, as it doesn't turn out to be incredible, you slowly begin looking at your life as like, well, I hope it's not a disaster. And now all of a sudden, the program that you started earlier in your life that I hope or I want or I can, today for many, many people is, I hope it doesn't get worse. I hope it doesn't fall apart. Can it get worse? I hope it doesn't get worse. And now, not only do you have all this evidence that you can't succeed, you've got the 9 verbs working against you. But here's one of my most critical beliefs. And again, if you're not driving, write this down. It's critical. The past does not equal the future. The past does not equal the future. Most of us actually don't believe that. Most of us believe because of my past, I know what my future's going to be. I've tried before. I tried that business. I tried to succeed. My past, I can't. I'm not good enough. So now I'm really focused on not getting worse, not dropping below the line. My past absolutely equals my future, Bill, and I'm here to tell you that's a belief. That's not a fact. That's a choice. It's not a reality. If you choose it differently, if you say right now in this moment as you listen to me, my future, I'm going to write that script right now, and I'm writing a different script. Write the script differently. Guess what happens? The movie has a different ending. The past does not equal the future. I am writing the future right now. With every breath I take, with every thought I think, with every action I take, with every observation I see, hear, feel, know, believe, think, focus on, certain of. It's in my body. I know that my future is different. Guess what happens?
Thank you for listening to the Inevitable Podcast. Please visit our website for more information on this extraordinary coaching system at www.theinevitableyou.com. Then, sign up for your 2-week free trial of our membership to gain access to hundreds of hours of amazing content and tools just like this. Now, back to Bill.
The 9 verbs. How you change your life, how you create reality. This is one of the most powerful tools, taking conscious control of these 9 words. Now, I want to talk in our last segment about what does it mean to put a verb in your body? What does that mean? In the mind-body connection arena, what we think, what we focus on, what we emotionalize as a result of our thought patterns does by law appear in our body. We are hardwired to our body. When you see any culture, any person, any language, anywhere in the world, and if you ask them to be happy, their head would be up, their eyes would be up, their shoulder would be back, their breathing would be deeper. They have happy physiology. It's in their body. If you asked somebody or saw somebody that was depressed, their head would be down, their eyes would be down, their shoulders would be forward, their breathing would be high and shallow in their chest. It's a law. The mind-body connection is hardwired. What happens in our physiology is inextricably linked to what's taking place in our mind. Now, the reason why this is incredibly powerful and why it's one of the 9 verbs is because you ask this question. It's a chicken or egg. What comes first? Do I think, focus on, believe something, and then it appears in my physiology? Or is it in my physiology? Is it in my body, and therefore I have no control, no hope? I must think that. And think about this. This is what Western medicine would have you believe. Because they're going to look at your biochemistry and go, oh, you're clinically depressed. You're bipolar. We need to put you on medicine. And in reality, it will change your behavior and it will change how you feel because you are taking drugs that are external pharmaceuticals that is now interfering with the inner pharmaceuticals that you have. Good friend of mine, phenomenal book, Your Inner Pharmacy by Dr. Blake. Read it. Very powerful book. And as this mind-body connection, as you learn more, know more, understand more, accept more, own more of what that is, here's what you'll discover. Change one, the other changes. It's a law. If you change your biochemistry, it will impact how you think. That's Western medicine's approach. Eastern's approach, my approach, is if you change how you think and focus and believe, what appears in your body is different. So what you can consciously do, and the reason why this is incredibly powerful for you is, do you control your thoughts? If I said, don't think of a pink elephant right now, pink elephant, wherever it is, don't put an image of a pink elephant in your mind. You'll have a hard time doing that. It's a little kind of fast radio soundbite, little joke. Easy, but here's the counterintuition and the irony of life. When you're in your most anxious moment, your most fear-based moment, your most emotionally intense moment, you'll have a very hard time controlling your thoughts. The thoughts are running. You'll have a hard time controlling your feelings. In fact, modern psychobabble says, feelings are neither right nor wrong. They just are. They just happen. Accept them. But the one thing that you control 100% is your physiology and your body. A lion can be charging you and you can slow your breathing down. You can be looking at your checkbook balance and you can slow your breathing down. You can be sitting in your car getting ready to walk in on a sales call that's going to make your quarter, going to determine the survivability of your job, going to determine whether you're even going to save your house or not. And you can slow your breathing down. And when you slow your breathing down, it changes the chemistry in your mind. So when you drive to work in the morning and you let traffic frustrate you, or you open up your email and you see a disaster happening, or a friend calls you and is mad at something you said last week and they're being very mean to you, or, you have control. What you permit and allow to happen in your body. If you're having a challenge with the see, hear, feel, know, think, believe, focus on part, which is all in the psychology of the mind, know this. You can put something different in your body. You can choose different psychology in your body. And it'll be far easier in your mind to create the moment that you want to happen. This is an incredibly powerful tool when you get more certainty on putting something in your body.
Thank you for listening to the Inevitable Podcast. Please visit our website for more information on this extraordinary coaching system at www.theinevitableyou.com. Then, sign up for your 2-week free trial of our membership to gain access to hundreds of hours of amazing content and tools just like this.